Good morning, dear students. I hope you have gone through my last video in which we had discussed regarding action of strong and weak alkali on certain salts. Students, today we are going to continue this only. So as you can see, I have written here action of NaOH and NH4OH on lead and ammonium ion. And as you know that in case of analytical chemistry, we taking water soluble salts. So for lead, here we have taken lead nitrate, which is a white crystalline salt. In the form of solution, it becomes colorless. So when we taking lead nitrate solution and adding few drops of NaOH in that, then we will get here white chalky precipitate. And as you know, precipitate is of lead hydroxide. Plus, we will get the concerned salt here, sodium nitrate. So, we getting sodium nitrate. And now children, we have to use this NaOH in excess. So this is a chalky white PPT. Chalky white PPT. Okay. Now in excess, what we will get here? This PbOH whole twice plus again NaOH. Then we getting a colorless solution, means precipitate get dissolved, and we will get here Na2PbO2, sodium plumbite plus water. Please always take care of your balancing part. So we getting this, means lead nitrate when coming in precipitate form, and when we adding excess of sodium hydroxide, this precipitate get dissolved. Now we are going to do the same with NH4OH. So in this case, again you take here lead nitrate solution plus ammonium hydroxide. First we adding in few drops, then we getting the same precipitate PbOH whole twice, plus the salt will be only different. Here ammonium, so salt we getting ammonium nitrate. Which salt we will get here? Ammonium nitrate. Okay. And when we will add in excess of ammonium hydroxide, precipitate is not going to get dissolved. Means precipitate is insoluble. Precipitate remains precipitate. Means precipitate is insoluble. Here also it will mention chalky white PPT. Now we will discuss ammonium ion. For this ammonium ion, students, we normally taking ammonium chloride salt. So first take ammonium chloride plus NaOH. And this is a most important reaction because related to that you will study in chapter ammonia also. So when we taking ammonium chloride plus NaOH and little bit get heated, then you getting a gas with pungent choking smell, and that gas is having the ability to turn red litmus paper, wet red litmus to blue. That confirms the presence of a basic gas, and this coming out gas is ammonia. So either ammonium chloride or even we can use ammonium sulfate. Okay. And for ammonium ion, we are not going to do test action of ammonium hydroxide because both are similar. So I think now lead and ammonium ion, that is clear to you. Now students, we are going to do this action of NaOH on certain metals. Action of NaOH on certain metals, and these metals are zinc, lead and aluminium. So action of this NaOH on certain metals start on zinc, lead and aluminium. So first we, and here we not using, here we using only strong alkali. Only strong alkali. This strong alkali is either NaOH or KOH. And the condition is what? It must be concentrated as well as hot. What we going to use here, this must be concentrated and hot. strong alkali. Okay, so first you start your work with zinc. So when you're taking, but before starting this reaction, first I will suggest you to think about the general reaction. Means metal plus alkali. Then we will get metallic salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay. Now start this. Zinc plus NaOH or Zn plus KOH. We can opt any one. Condition is only one. Hot and concentrated. Hot and concentrated. Okay. That you must, both places you will write. Then what you will get? You will get a salt Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. This is sodium zincate. And when you will opt KOH, then same thing you will get in the form of potassium zincate. Okay, you take care of your balancing part, children. Now you do this with lead. So lead plus NaOH and lead plus KOH. Again the same kind of compounds you are going to get, Na2PbO2, which is known as sodium plumbite, or K2PbO2, which is known as potassium plumbite. Okay children, and again I will suggest you always take care of the balancing part. So here what you will do, you will write here 2 and 2. And the name of the salt, as I told you, it is sodium plumbite, and this is potassium plumbite, and this is potassium plumbite. Okay, and both are soluble and colorless. Why I have taken only zinc and lead first? Because both are similar, but when we thinking about aluminium, this is little bit different between these two. Because in case of aluminium plus NaOH plus water also we added. Aluminium plus KOH plus water is also added, as well as the product is also something different, KAlO2. What about the name? Name is sodium and potassium meta-aluminate. Sodium and potassium meta-aluminate. So it is sodium meta-aluminate. Okay, and in the same manner it is potassium meta-aluminate. Clear children? Okay. And what about hydrogen? Hydrogen remaining same, but the number, you have to check the number. I mean to say balancing part. And in balancing part you must take care 2 because see I am explaining you why. 2 and water molecule will be also 2. Now that said, product said, you will get here 2 and there 3. I think reaction is balanced. You please check it. So action of NaOH on certain salts, that is. Now same thing means action of NaOH now we are going to do on their concerned metallic oxides and hydroxides. And these metallic oxides like zinc oxide, lead oxide or aluminium oxide are capable of reacting not only with alkali as well as acids also. That's why they are known as amphoteric oxide. So we are going to discuss regarding action of alkali on amphoteric oxides, but we will do it in next video. So for this video, that's all children. Thank you. Now continue with the next video.